Kings and queens, happy Wednesday, baby. Happy Juneteenth, baby. Listen, it's our day, baby. Listen, I hope you're ready for the show. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be real fun. Listen, how y'all doing? Do y'all like my gift, baby? Did I come representing our people or what, baby? Let my people go, right? When I tell you today is June 19th. 2024, right? Today is the National Independence Day of Juneteenth, the commemorate an ending of slavery in the United States, okay? Back in June 1865, enforcement of the Emancipation Proclamation was enforced, baby. Slavery was ended, right? Did you not know that this day was a federal holiday from the date of June 19th, 2021? Did you also know that this day is also called the Jubilee Day, Black Independence Day? What have you done to make a difference? I am your girl, ShonGee Johnson. When I tell you, welcome to Wine La Vie with Keisha. We gonna have a ball tonight. How you feeling? How you doing? When I said, what are you doing to make a difference? Let me tell you how I started my day off this morning, right? Before I can even clock in, I was already walking 2-3 miles at 6:58 this morning, right? Doing something for me. When you got to be free, and freedom is power, you got to be free in your whole temple, right? It starts in the mind. Free yourself. Free yourself from those negative thoughts. Free yourself from negativity. Free yourself from hatred, jealousy. Free yourself in everything that's unlike the vessel of the Creator. Okay? When you free yourself, you can think clearly. You can sit here. You can be one with the Creator, right? When you free yourself, things are so much more reflected. Okay, so I was walking, I was freeing myself. I'm freeing myself from this family curse of cancer, this family curse of diabetes. You have to do something for yourself. Freedom. Break them chains, break that bondage, break broken relationships, break curses with children and family members and loved ones, right? If a job is not conducive for you, right, then free yourself, spread your wings and fly and soar high. I promise you, you never know the doors and the windows that the Creator has for you, right? We free. Right? Don't keep yourself captive. Don't be in captivity all your life. Get out of that complacent mindset. Okay? Sometimes we put our own self in bondage. We put our own self in captivity. We keep the chains on us when ever since 1865, when he said, let my people go, baby. Let my people go. Listen, do something great for yourself. Be all that you can be. I'm so happy that you decide to join me tonight. We're going to have a good time. This is a celebration. This is our day, okay? When I tell you we have been through the trenches, through the mud, through the fire, through the storm, but God, you understand what I'm saying? When you got that but God on you, can't nothing, and I mean nothing, destroy what he has for you, right? Hold on to that, okay? So tonight, we gonna go ahead and get on into the show, okay? Tonight, right here, y'all see my whole charcuterie. I wanted to kind of keep it a little simple, okay? I didn't want to add no cheese this time because I got a treat for you that I'm gonna show you, okay? So this time I got the pineapples with the watermelon, right? And tonight I'm talking about Jimmy Sellers, okay? This is a Merlot, okay? Released 2019. The aging grapes of this is 4 to 5 years. This right here has an alcohol content of 14%. Okay, this pairings right here with this particular Merlot from Wine Shop at Home from Napa Valley Vineyards is paired with pork chops, meatloaf, mushroom bites, sharp cheddar, and Kobe. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead on and take this on off. I'm going to enjoy that a little bit later, right? But we go do our S's. And let me go ahead and taste that for you. That's good, y'all. When I tell you I've been waiting on today, when I tell you I've been waiting on the celebration for today, I put my whole African garb, okay, on just to be in the moment. When I say it's a very proud moment, very, very, very proud moment. But right here, I just wanted to show y'all how Wine Shop at Home have these recipes for every bottle of wine. This is a VIN note card, okay? It tells you about the wine. So when you hire me as your host and I give you the ShonGee experience, you will get this with every bottle of wine that you purchase. It has recipes, okay, that are fabulous, phenomenal recipes, okay? It pairs it with desserts. Okay, so you can always have the top-notch, elegant, artisan event of the year. Okay, and your guests feel like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, we want to know, how did you prepare that? Listen, Wine Shop at Home. Get with your girl ShonGee, okay? So listen. Also, too, I'm gonna tell you what else I have. I've really been enjoying this is salad in the jar. Okay. So with these salads in the jar, if you can see, okay, what I've done, I prepared these. I meal prep for the week. And whatever you're liking, when I tell you, we want to be rich, right? We want to be free, right? But it starts in the mind. So your mind and your health and your body got to all line up as one, right? So instead of doing the cheese tonight, I'm going to enjoy this salad in a jar. I have light raspberry vinaigrette. Okay. I got some stuffed mushrooms. Okay. And then I have some Cajun shrimp with a little bit of Cajun salmon. I got shredded carrots. I got purple onions, olives, black and green. Then also I got grape tomatoes. And on the very, very, very top, can you see that? Very, very, very top, I got spinach, right? So when I'm ready to eat, I'm always on the go. I work long hours. My commute is long, but guess what? It gives me gratification because I love what I do, okay? But when I'm ready for lunch, guess what I do? I shake it like this, right? So when I shake it like this, all of the ingredients come together, okay? So you see now, everything is all mixed up. I got my salad dressings. I got everything where it needs to be, right? And this is a great pairing with my wine and with my pineapples and my watermelon, okay? So when I tell you, it has been a phenomenal day. A phenomenal day. How have your day been? Have you been to the museums, right? Have you taken the children out to go experience our culture, right? What have you done? What have you done to make a difference? Ask yourself that. Please teach your children about our history, okay? Our history sometimes is not always in the books, okay? So you got to teach our children. They are our future. They are our next presidents and vice president, and they're going to be running this nation and this country, okay? So I wanted to give you a fun fact about wine, okay? Which is there are over known 10,000 great varietals throughout the world. Did you know that? All of these different grapes making this fabulous wine, all different types of wine. When I tell you, it takes a lot, right? Also, let me give you another fun fact, right? The old world wines are from Europe and the Middle East, right? Remember, I told you, I always share my experience of my European culture being raised overseas, right? In Germany, right? Where else? New World wines are from Americas, which is United States, right? Australia, Africa, and Asia. So those are your fun facts for tonight. Meditate on that, right? So when I tell you tonight is a great night, I am so excited. The business owner that I have featured for tonight When I tell you he is blazing, when I say blazing the trail in this art game. Hey, wine and paint just go together. It's a whole conversation. Sipping paints, right? You sipping and you creating masterpieces. So when I tell you tonight, baby, I got a young entrepreneur, baby, that's from the Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, A in the game, right? When I tell you this young brother is a graduate. When I say woo, he doing great things. Great things. When I tell you this young entrepreneur is 27 years old. He's a visual artist from Atlanta, Georgia. When I say he's been creating art since a young age, drawing has always been his passion, okay? Which led him to higher understanding of art, attending the University of West Georgia as a fine art major. He graduated fall of 2018 with a bachelor's in fine art, concentrating in painting. From then, he has been developing his skills in multiple mediums. When I tell you, ladies and gents, kings and queens, let me introduce Darius Emerson. What's up, Darius? How you doing?
So good.
Listen, welcome to Wine La Vie. I'm so happy that you're on the show tonight. We're going to have a good time. Thank you for tuning in and being in with us. And I know you go teach us some stuff tonight, baby, so I can get my sip on with all your fine educational principles of this painting game.
I'm gonna do my best. Thanks for having
Tell the people about yourself.
me. My name is Darius Emerson. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a multi-talented artist. I do multiple mediums, including like painting, drawing. I also do tattoos. But yeah, I just enjoy and love to create things and tell a story through my art. So I'm just glad to be here and get this opportunity to share that with you all. Thank you.
Oh, when I tell you, I am so to today. Happy Juneteenth to you. I know this is a great day for you as well. How long have you been an artist? I know you said that since from a young age. When did you know that you had a talent for art?
I'll say I've been, like I say, from a young age. I don't know the exact age, but I just know that I've been drawing since like elementary school. I used to always draw like my favorite cartoon characters, and eventually, like I was able to draw them like by heart and by memory. So I would just be drawing at school all the time, and just what I was that was just what I was doing, and people got tired to see that I was able to draw and like would ask me to draw them stuff, and I started like basically selling that to my classmates, like they're drawing their favorite characters and selling it to them for like $1 or two, and then it just grew from that.
Wow, that's awesome. That's when I say that is awesome. So your talent started from a young age. Have you ever had a family member who has influenced you? You know how sometimes when you have skill sets, it comes from the generation before, or your parents, or your mom, or your dad. Has anybody in your family been an artist?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people in my family are very creative. I feel like they always strive to do things that are out of the norm and just true to themselves. So I feel like when I was growing up, I did see some of my family members draw, like some of my cousins, and even my aunt. Her name was Doris. She used to draw. I remember she used to have like this really huge book where she would draw like cartoons too, and she just would show me some of those things, and I feel like that's one of the people that also pushed me to like want to create things, create art. And my other aunt, her name was Helen. She used to work at Cartoon Network, and she used to take me there when I was little, and we would like tour the facility, and I got to like firsthand see just the different artists that were, already deep in their craft and tenured to what they were doing, and it just like motivated me to want to pursue that also. So those are two, but I just feel like a lot of my family is just really creative, not even just in art, but just like either music or just any type of skill that they want to like reach. I feel like a lot of them are able to do that, so it made me want to pursue what I was good at as well.
Wow, that's amazing. When I tell you, like, it's the creativity is just passing on, passing on, passing on. And that's awesome, that you tapped into that, and you tapped into that early. Your auntie Helen, like I said, she really just pulled you in and really showed you some things. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So you would say that your aunties were your influential person that really, really motivated you. Who was the person that kept pushing you and supporting you? Because being a artist is not always a easy task. How did you stay encouraged and stay motivated to keep moving forward with your talent?
I feel like my mom definitely was someone that in the forefront, who's always been there and always supported me and always like just spoke highly of me more than I would even like speak about myself to someone. And I feel like because I see that she believed in what I was able to do with like my art and just as a person individually, it made me want to keep pursuing what I was doing and just make sure I go to the next level and not take what I was gifted for granted and just do everything I can with it and try to stay true to myself. Um, but she's definitely one. And then just my and family in general, I just feel like they all always support everyone, not even just myself, but everyone, my cousins and like my brothers and everybody. They like we all just support each other. So I never felt as though like how some people may feel like they weren't inclined to pursue art because it's not like a traditional path for most people. But I feel like they always told me how talented I was, which made me in turn believe that. So it just pushed me to keep going and like not give up.
Wow. When I tell you, that is really some serious encouragement, for you to be a young entrepreneur and having that family background, that family support, that motivation, that's important. You know, how would you say that for a young entrepreneur, whether it's art or any type of talent, what would you tell a young entrepreneur like yourself when they are discovering their talents and discovering who they are and discovering, hey, listen, my talent can take me far? What would you tell a young entrepreneur that's a struggling artist, or whether it's in art or whether it's in music or cooking or whatever their talent is? What would you tell a young entrepreneur?
I would tell them to spend time with themselves and really believe in themselves. Because at the end of the day, if no one in the world believed in you, as long as you believe in yourself, you can go far. So I feel like as long as you know and you're willing to put in the work to not only like be at your full potential, but you believe that you're capable of reaching it, then you can go anywhere. No matter if like you got 1 or 10 people supporting you or 1 million people supporting you, as long as like you're the main person who doesn't give up on yourself, then I feel like you're going to be able to achieve whatever you're working at. Like even if it's not um, in art, but if you're like in like real estate or you're in like finance or you're in like sports, whatever you like, that's your goal and that's what you want to do. I feel like you just got to go after it 100%. And you got to be the person that believes that you're able to achieve the goal like before anybody else.
Wow. When I tell you, you just dropped some gems, baby. You dropped some gems, when I tell you, I am so excited to have this interview with you because I feature a multitude of business owners throughout whatever your skill set is, right? Is because you always just, it's a lot of people, you never know who has a talent for what. And so networking, connecting with people, word of mouth, right? You never know. And like I said, you never know. You can sit here and do an art piece for me, and that art piece just go viral, it just goes viral. So with your art, right? Have what gives you gratification about your artwork?
I would say like I enjoy when I have like my art up and I'm not kind of like next to it, but I'm around the area and I can see different people from all different backgrounds look at my art, and some people like go and double take and be like, dang, what is this? And then everyone's coming up with their own story about what they think it means. I feel like those are like my favorite moments when I get to witness that in person. And they're not really aware that I'm the person that made the paintings. So they're like being 100% genuine in their reactions. So it just like just seeing what people like or dislike or what stories they come up with from me just painting something and putting it on the wall, and they're like creating this whole story in their head. It's cool to see. And then some people like are on target with what I was trying to convey. So that means that I'm doing what I wanted to do in the piece. And then sometimes people are coming up with different ideas that I didn't even think about, and I can like translate to something else that I make. So those are like some of my favorite moments, which makes me want to keep creating stuff and putting it out there.
Wow. When I tell you, listen, I have witnessed your art, your pieces, and when I tell you they are magnificent and they tell a story. It truly tells a story about your artwork. And I can see that you have a piece right there, that I'm witnessing. Tell us about that piece right there.
This one, hold on, I gotta move my camera over. I'll try to raise it a little bit. But this one is called Fire. It I did this one in 2022, but it's like a larger painting. It's another painting that goes with it, which makes one large painting. But basically, it's about just like two lovers like on a journey of self discovery, and just like the turmoils they go through in their like relationship. And then it's also like inspired by just stuff I'm into. So I'm like really into like fashion and just like black culture and music and hip hop. So I try to incorporate a lot of different aspects of what inspires me into all my pieces. And then yeah, so and these are like characters I come up with, which I'm like trying to lean more towards creating more pieces of just like things that I come up with completely, or like I take inspiration from and then spin it off. So that's what I've been working on lately. But this one's called Fire.
Wow. When I say absolutely beautiful, and it definitely is from what we call it fire. It's definitely fire. When I tell you, some of our audience members are saying that how beautiful it is, and they're saying like how art, and it's just a whole vibe. So when you are creating your pieces, what type of vibe? This is Wine La Vie. Listen, we done worked all day. Now it's, hey, we work hard, but like I like to call it, I'm gonna play harder, right? So what type of vibe do you get in when you're creating your pieces and you're painting?
Usually when I'm painting or like making something, I just like to be in my own space. I have like I'm like a real chill person, so I always like have music playing. Usually, like I love listening to rap or like even like neo soul or like R&B. Like I listen to a lot of like Sir. I don't know if you know who that is, but I just like that type of vibe of music when I'm painting, and then um, yeah, I just be in my room most of the time or in my studio, and I just set the tone with the music, and I just go at it. And then sometimes, a lot of times, I get lost and don't even realize I've been in there like 8 9 hours straight, and I'm just going like one whole session. But at the end, it'd be worth it because like when you painting, it's always like a battle between what you're trying to get out of your head onto a physical like canvas. So it's always like you're like going through battles between yourself and the painting. But once you finish it, it's like, dang, I really like accomplished the vision that I was trying to do. So it's always rewarding when you do finish one.
Wow, that's amazing. So, you know, I have to set the tone for my vibe, with Wine La Vie, Let me tell you something. This is my vibe, right? I'm gonna let you hear a little something, okay? And so since I'm celebrating Juneteenth, we go vibe this thing out, and I'm gonna set the tone on this thing right here. When I tell you, I was like, yeah, hey, that's Public Enemy, baby.
This the vibe.
Hey, we celebrating, Darius. Hey,
I got my drink with you. I don't got wine. I don't got yours was fancy. Mine was
okay,
I got the pineapples and the watermelon on me.
hey. Okay, so that's enough of that, right? So setting the tone and vibing out. You know what I'm saying? Candles lit, incense, and that's good that you said and you shared with us about, you know, you get lost in your head 8 9 hours, right? You just in the studio just going hard on it, right?
Yeah.
So when you spending that type of time, are you impressed with the masterpiece that you done came up with?
Yeah, a lot of times, like I said, at the end of the painting, I'm always like usually satisfied because it usually takes me a little time, depending on how big it is. But once it is finished, it's always worth it. And like, I just can see my growth, which is important because like I always learn from one piece and then take whatever I learned to the next. So it's always rewarding, and I feel like that's always the best part. Once you like put in all that work and then it's finally over, and then you can start something new.
Right, right. So listen, like, I've been following you, and when I tell you, you always seem to surprise me and pull one out the hat. Just following you and following your work. I know that your work has been in exhibit. So tell us about that experience.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of different art shows and different exhibits. But yeah, it's always a good experience, especially when other people like see the work that you're putting in and they like see value in what you're creating. It's always nice to see that your work is paying off. But being in exhibits and different art shows, it like helps with experiencing just not only people relating with your art, but also seeing other like-minded people in like the same space. So it's always fun being around other artists, and then also just getting the opportunities to even like showcase something that you worked hard for and that you put a lot of work in, and you get to show it off to just your peers and people in your community. So it's always fun being in art shows, and I like hope I get to be in more and in more galleries.
Wow. When I tell you, I'm telling you, you blow my mind every single time because I'm like, you're so talented. You are so talented.
Thank you, thank you.
And the number of showcases, art shows, exhibits that you have been in, it speaks volumes. Like, you don't have to say a word. Your work, your artwork, it says it all. Like, when I tell you, so many times I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. What's next? What's next for you, Darius?
I think next I want to definitely have my own like solo show. So I want to make a big body of work and just have my own space where I can showcase it and just see it come to life. So I think that's the next big thing that I want to tackle. And then just continue to get better at my craft and just continue to put my work out there and try to make sure I capitalize on every opportunity that is granted to me. Um, and yeah, just continue to get better and really just spreading what I'm trying to spread and showcase my work. So I feel like that's the next thing, but definitely the solo show. I think that's the next big thing that I want to do.
Oh, listen, let me tell you something. You definitely keep Wine La Vie, ShonGee, keep me in the loop because I'm definitely following you and definitely so elated that you are really truly living out your dream. You know, a lot of times us as college graduates, we spend all of this money on our education, on our degrees, right? And we're not even working in that field. So for you to go get your degree in fine arts and doing what you love and what you have a passion for, that that right there is mind blowing in itself. Definitely mind blowing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what I feel like I have to do. So it's just like what comes natural to me. So I wouldn't feel right if I wasn't doing it, even if it wasn't like um, leading to the path that is going down currently. Like even if it was on the complete opposite flip, I know I just would still be creative because that's just what I like to do and what I feel like I'm here to do and what I was put here to do. So it is a blessing to even be able, like you said, to not only pursue it, but just don't let things compromise what I'm trying to reach.
Right, right. So have you ever thought about teaching your skill set or teaching young kids how to draw that, maybe, have the talent but don't know how to really fine tune their craft?
Yeah, I would definitely do something like that. That would be a dope opportunity, especially like in our community, because I feel like we don't get a lot of. There wasn't a lot of programs that I saw when I was growing up that was offering just fine arts or people that were into all different art crafts to really showcase and hone their skills. So I would definitely be interested in that, or even being like a professor or something for college. Like that would be cool. But yeah, like I definitely wish that there was more opportunities for our youth to experience that because I feel like there's a lot of talented people, especially in our community, that don't get the highlight that I feel like they deserve. But that's just because there's not always a platform for us to have our voice. So I feel like it is important that we have those things.
Absolutely. And when you just said about have a voice, right? So long we have been as a people suppressed and our voice wasn't heard, right? So now I don't care if it's the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I know one thing, we got June 19th. How about that?
Yeah.
You have a voice. So how do you feel about today?
I feel like today is definitely a celebration for anyone that is a black person or anyone that is um, on lines of being a free individual and support equality. I feel like it's not just a holiday for us, even though it's important for us to celebrate, but I feel like it's also important for everyone to participate, to really understand what the meaning of it is, which is basically taking charge against people that are suppressing and oppressing other individuals for no reason. So I feel like it's definitely something that everyone should be celebrating and everyone should take serious. And I know the more that we celebrate as our community and continue to highlight how important it is to us, we gonna set the trend and set the way for everyone else to follow along like we always do in all aspects. So I feel like it's a great thing that we have this, and I'm glad that I was able to be off of work today. So
Yes. um, Asia, she said, yes, we taking our power back. Yes, absolutely. We taking it back. When I tell you, power of the mind is everything. The sky is absolutely the limit, and when you are free in your mind, and like I mentioned earlier, when you are free in your mind, and you have the equality and the freedom to lift your voice, right? It's a powerful thing, right? And so many times, now it's like we're not settling for nothing. We're speaking up, and like Asia said, we're taking our power back, and that's why I had to play Fight the Power, you know what I'm saying? Public Enemy, hey, Fight the Power, is because black is beautiful. It is. Thank you, Asia. It's beautiful, and we are so created as a people. And that was very important. What you said is not just for us, right? It's for equality. It's for all races and all nationalities to just come together and realize, hey, what we went through, what our ancestors went through for us to be right here and to have a voice today. So when I tell you, I am so honored to do this show with you tonight, because I know your family dynamics and how supportive your family is, and how much they believe in you and what you're doing. It speaks numbers. When I tell you, I've seen signs, miracles, and wonders, with just how much that your family supports your work, supporting you and everything that you do. You just, when I tell you, you set the tone. You definitely are trailblazing and definitely setting the tone. When I tell you, shout out to you, man. When I tell you, I can't say it enough. I salute you two time, brother. You know what I'm
thank
saying?
you, thank you.
I'm gonna flip the game on you. And I know you said that you're a tattoo artist as well. So how does a tattoo artist and your artist, how does that connect? How is that for you? That's another stage of art.
I feel like it was a inevitable thing for me at least, because I feel like it was just a transition that I was able to not only have like the opportunity to be around other like well-known tattoo artists and just see what they were doing and the things that they were able to create, and also the lane that they were setting, and it just motivated me to also want to just be a part of that community and also just continue to develop as like just an artist period. So I'm always been the type of person where I want to learn everything it is about art, like not just I can draw really well. Like I want to be able to draw, paint, shoot photos, tattoo, um, digital art. Like I just want to be able to immerse my skills in all of that and touch all of those things. Just because as artist, like I said, it's a hard thing to be in this day and age, or just in period. Like it's just a not a thing that most people are doing. So it's like you have to think outside the box, and you have to be able to tap into all different aspects and streams of income when it comes to this, because it's like, you need to be able to also, of course, do what you love and create because you want to create, but also be able to make your passion into your title, like being able to create income with what you love to do, and also being able to create opportunities for the people around you with what you love to do. So with the tattoos, it just all came full circle, and I was able to see that I'm absolute, like I can create my paintings and also translate that into like art on skin. So it's like I'm able to put my style and my flair on things that nobody else in the world can do on somebody else's body. And it's like that's a piece of art on themselves that they're able to have for their entire life. And it's like nobody else is gonna have what I just created for you. So it was just a cool experience to be a part of, and definitely it's not easy and it was difficult. But like through all the stuff that I was going through, I made sure that I didn't give up, and now I'm blessed to have like my own like studio, and just being able to learn from other people that I deem like even more talented than me, and it's like I'm getting respect from people that's also in the same field as me, which shows that the things that I'm doing is like I'm going down the right path, because it's being not only recognized by like people that are already in the field that I'm in and higher up in what I'm trying to do, but also just like I feel that in myself. So yeah, I enjoy doing my tattoos and just learning and trying to get better. Just like with all the different mediums I use, like I just want to keep learning and getting better.
Wow. When I tell you, when I say I got to applaud you, you understand what I'm saying? Is because, you're not just set on one thing. And this platform right here is just really a market to embrace connection, embrace networking, and just really advertise what you're doing out there in the community. And like you said, people are actually wearing your art, you know. So whatever you're doing, you're putting your heart, your soul, your time into making something original piece, something that a person that is being a part of your art, they will enjoy it for the rest of their lives. Like you said, it's not just a tattoo, it's a piece of art. And that's a great analogy how you look at that. You're just not doing your tattoo and doing your thing on someone. You're actually putting a piece of art, a piece of your heart, soul, time into what you're doing. And that goes back into loving what you do. And you definitely love what you do, absolutely love what you do. And that's a beautiful thing. When your heart is not in something, then you're not going to be the best at it. But having this interview with you tonight, I see that your heart is in it. I see your artwork. I see your talent. I see your skills. I see you trailblazing this art game to the fullest, competing in this market that can be very, very, very hard and very, very difficult. How do you feel when you're competing with the best? Because you are the best. That's how I look at it. Your artwork says everything.
I mean, I don't. Of course, like I'm not gonna say it's not competitive, because it definitely is. Because it's like it's a lot of especially with social media and things like that, it can get really saturated in like any field that you're in. So it's definitely a lot of different people that like I said, may be deemed more talented, or like just already accomplished more. But I don't ever take it as like I'm in competition with anyone. I always look at it like if they can do that, I can do it too. It's just about how hard I need to work, or
Right, right, right.
or what narrative I'm trying to say, or how I can spin it. So it's not. I don't ever look at it like oh, this person has this, and I need to get what they have. I always look at it like, okay, what can I take from what they're doing and apply it to things that I'm already doing with myself. And because it's obviously working for them, so it's like it's just a learning thing. I feel like if you don't come into not only this but anything you do as willing to be coachable and teachable and learnable, then you're not going to make it far. If you just think that you already got everything that you need to succeed, when somebody else can have something that you can apply to your bag, and then you can basically switch it up and do something different that nobody else done because you're like going at it at your perspective. So I feel like it's definitely a lot of competition, but at the same time, it's always like motivation. So I
Right.
always get motivated from seeing other people succeed because I just know that if they're able to succeed, I can succeed too. It's just I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing and stay in my lane.
Right. You understand what I'm saying? That right there, what you said, stay in your lane. You staying in your lane. You doing what you doing. You creating your original pieces. You're not worried about what nobody else is doing. You doing you. And that's important. And a lot of times we, as a people, we human, we get into to different areas where we feel like we got to do what the next person is doing. But if you stay in your lane and keep your head focused and keep motivated, then what you're doing is gonna be suffice. What you're doing, people don't. You don't have to tell nobody what you're doing. They'll see it.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're gonna see it and be like, "Oh, this is I know who created this because don't nobody else make this look like make a painting that looks like this. So I know who did this and all that. So yeah, I definitely feel like yeah, you just gotta stay true to yourself. And if you stay true to yourself, it's like you gonna win. It might take longer, but at the end of the day, you gonna win.
Right, right. Listen, like I said, everyone is a winner and we all are champions. You understand what I'm saying? You just got to know, like you said, you got to believe in yourself, be true to yourself and be true to what you're doing, and know that, hey, listen, you don't have to speak about it. People will see you, right? And I'm a firm believer, when you got it, people will see it. They'll want to know, hey, what it is about Darius. It's something he's doing. I don't know what, but it's something he's doing. We see you. And so I just wanted to let you know, I see you. I see what you're doing. And I'm super, super proud of what you're doing because you haven't stopped. You still pursuing, you still reaching other levels and taking it up. You leveling up with your artwork, with your tattoos. You're doing your thing, absolutely doing your thing. Have you ever sat back and just took it all in? Like, whew,
I feel like I don't do that much. I feel like I'm like really hard on myself.
okay,
I don't know, cause I just want I just know what I want to achieve and like where I want to be. So I'm always like you said, always trying to go to the next thing and pursuing and pursuing. Like that's why I don't never give up, cause it's just like I appreciate the things that I've done and where I'm at, and I'm not naive to the work that I put in. But at the same time, it's like I always want so much more, cause I know what I'm capable of doing. So it's just I always just got to be on the grind and keep working. So sometimes I don't get a chance to like really sit back and be like, dang, I just did this, or dang, this just happened, because I'm always in the moment of like I'm doing it right there. But I definitely do like reflect, and I'm very thankful to God for even giving me opportunities that I've been blessed with. So I definitely sit back and reflect on it. But I could do it more, but I'm just like I'm just really hard on myself. So sometimes I,
sometimes we are
I
our worst critics, but I feel like maybe even if you're hard on yourself, that's your motivation that keeps you pushing and moving forward, right? You're not being stagnated in your gift and your skills, and that is absolutely making you the man that you are. And that's a blessing, absolutely a blessing. You still believing in your gift, believing in the talents and everything what you're pursuing. How can the people get an opportunity to purchase your work, or you know see how they can get your work?
Uh, you can always message me on Instagram. My Instagram is my first name Darius, and then it's underscore D as in Darius, M as in Michael, E as in Edward. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I think that's my Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. So you can message me on those, or you can email me. I think my email's right there. You can email me, or yeah, just message me on there or email me if you are interested in like seeing some more of my work, or want to get a tattoo, or just want a painting. I'm always available to work with you, so I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
When I tell you, listen, like, I am so like flabbergasted, like, oh my goodness, just, man, listen, you're doing it. You're doing it. You're so humble. You're a humble, respectful young man, but you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you just experiencing and sharing your gift with us. I definitely want to do some collaborations with you, because I got some stuff that I want you to do for me. So I can't wait. I already know that it's gonna be A1 and top notch, and it's going to be all original. So when I tell you, this has been an experience, I truly am honored to be able to have Wine La Vie with Keisha and Darius. I am so happy about that. Like I said, wine and paint just go together. It just go together. Okay. It just go together. When I tell you, so since you sit here and said, you said what was next, what is your goal moving towards 2025? You said your solo project, but for those of the guests that's just tuning in, what goal sets are you having in mind for 2025? Because when I tell you, we are already in the sixth, it's June. It's the sixth,
Yeah,
right? And the year is already creeping up. The end of the year is already creeping up on us.
yeah. I haven't thought about it too much. I feel like definitely my solo show is one of my biggest goals. If not this year, then definitely next year. But I would like to do that at least this year. And then I would say probably being full time with just my art and being able to just handle everything solely from my craft, and really getting my marketing, and just and really expanding on like the business aspect of my art even more, and learning how I can become a better entrepreneur, and how I can market myself, just so like when I'm sleeping I'm making money, and that's coming from art,
Right.
and being able to really just support myself solely from that, and also like I said, give opportunities to like my family with my art, and just being able to travel with my art, and like putting it in different galleries around the world, and just yeah, just like putting myself more out there so people can see what I'm able to do, and just go after opportunities that I get blessed with, and making sure I capitalize on each and every one of them. So I think that's one of my main goals, probably going coming up into next year, and just staying the course, and just trying to elevate with everything that I'm doing. Like that's just the main goal, just elevation.
Elevation. I love it. I absolutely love it. Elevation, not staying in the same place. You're going to the next level. And that's amazing. When I say amazing, it sounds like you definitely know where you want to go, where you're headed, where you're trying to take this art game. And when I tell you, it's like, whoo, Darius, man, listen, I appreciate you so, 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 so much. What you drinking tonight?
I don't see yours is fancy. You got the wine. I got some tequila and some lemonade. But
Okay.
job done either way. So
Right, right, right. Listen, when I tell you, I look forward. I look so forward to coming and doing this show and just getting the opportunity to meet different business owners, getting an opportunity to just share this platform. You know, it's so many people that's doing so many great things, and you don't even know they're in the shadows. So this platform has definitely opened that up, where those people that are in the shadows or people that you don't even know or people you haven't heard about, they're doing great things, they're doing wonderful things, you know. I have to shout out, you know, my attire, when I say Afrocentric, baby, over there in the West End. When I tell you they got my whole head garment, you know. So you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? I told you it was gonna be a celebration today, right? So when I tell you, but you know, people, you gotta be able to share, you know, and not gatekeep. You know, it's a lot of entrepreneurs that's doing major, major, major things, and definitely you are one of them, and I appreciate you. So when I tell you, it has been a true, true, true honor to have you on here. Thank you for taking your time tonight. Thank you for being with Wine La Vie. And thank you for sharing your talents and your gifts with us. I definitely admire what you're doing. I come from a family of artists. I have an uncle and I have cousins, that's either in music, art, film, acting. So I know what it is to come from a family of talent. And you definitely have displayed that tonight. And I'm truly, truly grateful for you. So before the end of the show, I do like to toast this thing out. As you are an artist, I wish you well. I wish you prosperity. I wish you all the goals that you are reaching and seeking. And this year and the upcoming year, may the Creator continue to bless your mind, bless your hands, okay, to be able to be original, to be able to continue to do what you do. I salute you, my brother. Okay. So here's to you. Cheers.
thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate everything you did. Thank you.
All right. Well, listen, ladies and gents, it has been a phenomenal pleasure for you being with us tonight. When I tell you, continue to tune in to the show. I got some fantastic entrepreneurs that's blazing this thing. When I say they leaving legacies and paving the way for their families and doing big things in the community. So thank you so much for being with Wine La Vie with Keisha. I am Keisha ShonGee Johnson. Ciao.